Okay, so
Sorry, my mom just
I'll
popped
just
in.
follow you. No, you're good. You're good. So like
Oh
after you,
yeah,
I'll just follow you.
got it. All right, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So we did a final project of a painting by Picasso. It's called The Head by Tete. And there's six of us that did it. Brenna, Lilly, Logan, myself, Matthew, Eli, and Nisa.
Here's our portrait. It's titled Head, also known as Tete, and the dimensions of the piece, it was by Pablo Picasso. The dimensions are 21.6 centimeters by 14 centimeters wide, and it was done using oil on canvas. You can see it on the right. It's a picture of what appears to be a woman with a lot of different dimension and symbolism in her portrait.
My name is Brenna Wheeler. I'm a freshman at Florida Atlantic University and I'm majoring in public safety administration. The value of lightness or darkness in this piece plays a crucial role in defining form and creating contrast. The use of darker values recedes and creates shadows, while the lighter values advances and highlights the planes of the face. This contrast allows viewers to perceive depth and volume despite the flattened perspective. The way this painting connects to my life is my perspective of the painting shows a woman has two different faces. To me, this symbolizes how every individual person has their own personal perspective on another individual. This art piece reminds me how I perceive someone is different from how someone else does.
My name is Lily Warren, and I wanted to dissect the texture of the piece. My name is Lily Warren, and I'm a sophomore at FAU. I'm currently majoring in social work. I just felt like Picasso used raised surfaces and different colors to create more texture in the piece. You can see in the painting, he uses a lot of intersecting lines and different perspective and dimension that makes more texture. And ultimately, the texture that he chooses to use created a very rich and abstract feeling in the piece. The way that I interpreted the piece, I felt like it symbolized some kind of mental battle, especially from a woman's perspective. I felt like it represented internal emotional struggles and it wasn't just visible from the outside, because on the left side of her face, she looked kind of made up and very pretty, but on the right side, you could tell she was kind of jagged and like had some stuff going on. Um, I felt like on an emotional scale, I felt like it may reflect feelings of grief or any kind of like inner anxiety or depression or anything like that. I felt like it may be representing of any kind of like internal mental battle.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew White, a communications major here at FAU, and I'm headed into my final year here. The artwork I chose is Tete by Pablo Picasso. It's part of the Cleveland Museum of Art's collection and was done in oil on canvas. It's not a huge piece, around 24 by 23 inches, but it really caught my eye and attention. What I found really interesting is about how Picasso used super simple shapes, triangles, rectangles, and curved lines to make up the face. But instead of everything being lined up like a normal face, the shapes are all broken up and placed at different angles. The head doesn't look symmetrical or realistic, and that's kind of the point. It's a style called cubism, where the goal is to show multiple views or angles all at once. For me, the whole emotional, meaning behind it goes deeper than just shapes. It reminded me that people, just like the painting, can be seen in a lot of different ways. We each have our own perspective, and the way I see someone might be completely different from how someone else sees them. That's okay. It's actually kind of beautiful if you think about it. This piece reminds me not to judge too quickly and to remember that everyone has more going on than what you see at a first glance. So even though the shapes in this piece look a little random or maybe disconnected at first, they come together to form something meaningful, and that's what really stuck with me when I view this painting.
My name is Logan White. I am a first year business major at Florida Atlantic University. The artwork that we chose is Head by Pablo Picasso, created in 1926. The artwork is an etching and dry point on paper, and it is part of the Cleveland Museum of Arts. The visual element I am focused on is line. In the piece, Picasso uses sharp, irregular lines to build a highly stylized human face. The features are simplified into shapes. An oval for the head, and a mix of loops, curves, and angles for the facial features. One of the most interesting parts is how the eyes are drawn instead of placed naturally. They overlap and create a face within a face, giving the piece a layered, almost fractured feeling. There's a strong outline, but inside that, the lines feel loose and spontaneous, like Picasso was focused more on expression more than realism. As a business major, I connected this to how visual identity is built in branding. A few intentional lines, like a logo, can leave a strong impression and communicate meaning fast. This piece shows how line almost can deliver both and form and feeling.
So Seylan, and I am a mechanical engineering student at FAU, and I will be talking about space in the piece called Head by Picasso. So the head is divided into asymmetrical sections divided by bold black outlines. These segments with colors like red, cream, and blue separates part of the face, making it look more of like a puzzle. And also different sides of the face was shown on multiple angles. For example, the eye on the left side is seen from the front, while the red part on the right is more of a side profile view. The piece basically shows us multiple viewpoints at once. And as an engineering student, the use of space was really familiar to me. When we do designs on softwares like SolidWorks, I work within multiple views, so we break down 3D objects into something that is more manageable, like more of like a single view. And Picasso's use of fragmented space feels very similar to how we also model and simulate.